Your first wildcard is the most powerful chip in the game. Unlimited transfers, no cost. Use it at the wrong moment and you've wasted it for half a season. Here's what it actually does. For one game week, every transfer is free. No limit, no cost, and no points deducted, no matter how many changes you make. Whatever squad you build in that window stays locked in permanently once the deadline passes. This season, there are 2 full sets of chips, 8 in total, 4 for each half of the season. So your first wildcard has to be played before the Game Week 19 deadline, or you lose it completely. It doesn't carry over into the second half as a bonus wildcard. It just disappears. That makes timing the single most important decision you'll make with this chip. Not how you use it, but when. The biggest mistake isn't using your wildcard too early or too late in the calendar sense. It's using it for the wrong reason entirely. Take Omar Marmoush. He arrived at Manchester City priced at 8.3 million, brought in as one of the most exciting midfield signings of the summer, expected to be a genuine season-long asset. He finished with 56 points. That's 2.7 points per game. Barely half of what a player at that price is supposed to return. And here's the important part. That's not the story of one bad game week. That's weeks and weeks of a squad problem sitting there quietly, bleeding points every single time he was missing or underperforming in your starting 11. A wildcard isn't a tool for patching one disappointing player. It's for the moment you sit down, actually look at your squad, and count 3, 4, 5 separate problems stacking up at once. Injuries, rotation risks, players who've lost form, fixtures turning difficult all at the same time. That's when a wildcard earns its keep. Now compare that to what building for the long term actually looks like. Ouattara at Brentford finished the season with 136 points. Not one explosive week that got everyone talking, not a viral highlight reel, just week after week of steady, reliable returns from a player who kept his starting place and kept delivering when it mattered. That's the profile you want when you're rebuilding a squad on a wildcard. Not necessarily the biggest name on the market, not the player everyone's talking about this week, the player who's genuinely still going to be starting and still going to be scoring 10 game weeks from now. A wildcard squad isn't built for this weekend. It's built for the stretch of season that follows it. Here's what panic looks like in the data. Game week 4 of last season saw almost 1 million wildcards played in a single week, far more than any other game week across the entire first half of the season, and the most transferred in player during that exact week was Jack Grealish. Managers saw something, reacted immediately, and brought him in. He finished the season with 79 points at 6.3 million. A return that never came close to justifying the price tag or the panic that brought him in. This is the pattern worth remembering. A single bad scoreline from your existing squad triggers an emotional reaction, and an emotional reaction rarely fixes the actual problem. If your wildcard decision is being driven by how you feel after one game week, it's usually the wrong week to use it. 2 separate things worth watching for when you're planning your wildcard timing. First, value recognition. Bryan Mbeumo was one of the most transferred-in players in the entire first half of last season. And it happened not once, but twice, well before most of the FPL population caught on to what he was doing. The managers who spotted that early got the returns before the price, and the ownership caught up. Second, and this one's easy to miss, Game Week 16 comes with a built-in bonus this season. Every single manager receives free transfers topped up to a maximum of 5. No wildcard required, no cost at all. If you're sitting on your wildcard in Game Week 14 or 15 thinking about using it just to make a handful of transfers, It's worth checking whether Gameweek 16's free top-up would get you most of the way there for nothing. Don't wildcard because of one bad week. Wildcard because your squad has real, stacking problems and you're finally ready to fix all of them at once. Follow this series on FPL360.com, links in the comments.